Good morning. I am Maggie Hess, in case if you haven't ever heard me introduce myself. Um, I am going to do an update for the week every week on YouTube. And I think that'll be good because it'll kind of help me like think about what I've been doing over the week. And also I just think it's like maybe my people who are watching my videos, my rooters, maybe it's something that might be good for them to watch. So let's see here. What have I been going through? I have been going through a disability appeal lately. I am disabled and I've had a disability. I've been disabled, like technically in America for a long time. And I've been reviewed a few times and it's looked icky a few times. So maybe I'll win the appeal, but I am a little concerned about it because this time it's looking a little ickier than it ever did before. Um so I've been reviewed. This is my third review in I don't know how many years, at least 15, I think maybe 15 years of having a disability technically. I mean, I've had a disability technically since I've been an adult, which is longer than that, but I've actually drawn Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid for, I think 15 years vaguely. That's a guess. So, because of my mental illness, which is schizoaffective disorder, I am unable to work consistently, and no one really will hire someone to work for like a week very strong, but then give up and quit and not be able to do it and kind of get depressed and introverted for maybe a month. So like that's kind of my schedule, and it's just the way that I am in the world. And so because of my mental illness, I am not able to be consistent with a work schedule. And so I tried to explain that to Social Security. um, and I did a lot to make sure that my disability appeal is accepted. I got a letter from a former employer, sorry, a letter from a former employer who said that I'm probably not able to work. They said it very kindly, but it's just the state of me, and so I it's who I am. And so I also got a letter from a counselor that is supposed to say in detail that I'm unable to work. So hopefully, when Social Security reviews my appeal, they'll take these things into consideration and understand that I'm depressed a lot of the time and that I need the disability so that I can keep stable. Um, it'd be great if we had universal health care in the United States, but we don't. So um, I I'm switching to my next. I have my things written down I'm supposed to talk about. Um, So the financial instability threat has kind of been this looming thing, and over the past week, over the past couple months, it's been scary to me, and I don't know, like I've I've been ignoring it for about a month, like try like I got really afraid at first, and then I was like I had to shut down that part of my brain, and somehow I was able to like put it in a box and not think about it much. So I've been kind of doing that for the majority of the time since the appeal process started. But when it does come up for me that I think about for a while, it's caused anxiety and fear. And so because the threat of not having Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid is big for somebody who would otherwise be uninsured and broke. So I so it caused a lot of fear and anxiety, and I tried to block it out and ignore it. And finally last night I had kind of like a sort of epiphany, and it was a good one. It kind of brought me into a framework of positivity and opening, like, opening, like waxing and waning. One of those is opening. You're more like open than shut. So that's what I mean by opening. So I feel a little more open because of what I wrote about goals, because what I concluded was that my daily goals are the way that I can do something about my life being scary. So, I wrote these 2 paragraphs about daily goals, and I guess I could read them out loud right now. That's what I was gonna do. They basically say that I'll post them in the description, and you can read them for yourself. Because basically they say what I just said, that daily goals are kind of my answer to the scary things in life, and that I don't want to dwell on worry. And so instead of that, I'm going to dwell on the small tangible steps that I can achieve. So that's what I'm saying in that daily goals piece. Because worry is unhelpful, and this allows me to do something about it. So I'm not going to make this very long. I want to thank everyone who is looking at this video for taking the time to listen to what I have to say. And following me along the way. And I decided that the way that I think about the people who subscribe to me, many of whom I do not know, most of whom I do not know, I think that you're like my rooters, like the people who are rooting for me. So unknown people out there are rooting for everyone, and I think that it's really affirming to have people follow me on here. So thank you for subscribing and clicking that bell. um and This is just a tiny aside before I say goodbye, which is silly, but I did open a TikTok account, and I've been starting to post really odd videos on there that are like mind-bending and silly. They're kind of like, I guess I'll just tell you, they are kind of like, what if everything around me had a voice, and what would that voice sound like? Like the little birds in the sky, and the eggs that I eat, and the trees outside. So it's silly, but it's giving me something kind of fun to focus creative energy on. This is Maggie Hess signing off. Thank you so much for watching.